I have descended to hell. The void is claiming me. It's Kirby. Oh no, he's eating Batman. Fuck. What?
No, I don't die. I thought I was dying before. Bro, 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 oh my god, oh my god, holy shit.
Fallen for one of your flock.
Way to ruin the mood, you damn peddler. Well done. You walked into a cutscene. The peddler walked into a cutscene. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now, you know what? Yeah, they've made it better. They made it easier. All right, get this game. Get this game. Get this game. Yeah, that felt much easier. I mean, it was again still tough but fair. Yes. Let's go. Yeah. No. Tifa. Just do it. What? No, he teleported. No, why did you teleport? No. Oh, no. Yes, Sloth.
I do like this level. I think it's very beautiful looking. Oh my lord! What the hell? That was kind of funny, but what the hell, bro? Like, ding, ding, ding.
Gotta speed up. Uh-oh.
Sonic, hit Dark Gaia's weak spot, quick, while I hold him back.
I don't have my sound mode on. Oh. Oh.
Alright. Where do we go, Sensei?
What the hell happened there? You okay, Sensei? You had a bit of a tumble? What the fuck happened? Lord Sakai, check out my dance moves on these stairs. Oh, mate, what was that all about? Okay. The only thing is that I'm out of Giga Dread. Oh. Bye, Dovahkiin. Bye, Dovahkiin.
I just don't think I could keep it up. That's the thing.
Hey. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I'm on fire. Like, it might have been like the longest one because... Hey. Alright. Let me just, looking a little orange, but... That'll do. Alright. Yeah, dude, until I sort some better lighting out, I may do with what I got. Alright, let me... Audio, there we go. I still feel like I'm a little bit too on the left side. To the right. There we go. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Or if you're new, welcome. This is my stream 13. You should probably go watch stream 1, which you can on the Streambusters UK archive channel. But today, I guess the goal is just to aim for Piximon, and that shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, we got Vegemon right now. Is a bundle of bushiness. I don't know. We didn't really get much done. Unfortunately, I tried doing the Frigimon quest, and that kind of flumped that. You know, it wasn't very good. So we want to get Piximon, and then it's just, I mean, we're close to doing Mount Infinity. You know, we're on the way, right? We are on the way. I could technically do it at any time. I just, you know, because it's the final area, I kind of wanted to leave it last. We've still got Nannymon, which we can pretty much do at any time. We just got to find him in the locations. Yeah, and it shouldn't be too hard to get Piximon. I did go over the stats just to remind myself, and yeah, his requirements are quite low in terms of stats wise. So, in fact, I don't even know if I even really need like HP or MP. It's mainly just attack, defense, speed, and brains, which is about the 300 to 400 mark, which is much easier than the ultimates we've been trying to get so far, which are a lot higher, like more like 400 to 500, right? A bit more difficult when it's around the 500 mark or so. So yeah, I did get more money, but we haven't fully maxed out just yet. But we will, given time. We will. I'll need to think about doing fishing at some point as well, because we need to do it as we go. I should have been doing it already, really, but I did get the new. Yeah, of course. I was just like, I did, didn't I? Like, yeah, of course. But even if it is easy to get the stats, doesn't mean I don't want a higher HP. I can't just have like oh, that's bad. I can't just have like 2,000 HP, right? Apparently I need to make a load of care mistakes. A load. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, we might be alright without it. Who knows, right? But there's something to note. Care mistakes. This is one of those situations where I can kind of just go ham, which is unfortunate. Oh, I didn't mean it. Oh. Oh! Holy crap. Okay, I got lucky. The game gave that to me. Holy. The game was just like, I feel pity. Here you go. Just gave... No, didn't give that to me. It just gave that to me. Okay. So naturally, because Piximon is small, weight needs to be between 0 and 10. So we actually don't want this to be a beefy boy. We want him to be a very, very small boy. Very, very little boy. Hello, Footloose. How's it going? Boop. Have you been enjoying the World Cup? As it dominates TV, pretty much. Well, and almost any media. Boop. Oh. See, I definitely feel like this country is definitely a football. Our country is definitely a football-centric country, whereas you go to America and really for them it's all about American football, which is rugby, what we call rugby, and baseball. Right? They really love their baseball over there. They don't really care too much about what they call soccer, right, which we call football. Very confusing, I know. But like, yeah, this country is just huge on football, man. I don't get it personally, but you know, hey, as long as you don't cause riots and get angry over a stupid fucking game, then you know, whatever, and just don't bother me about it. You know. Like, people talking about how, like, yeah, oh, is your employer gonna give you time off to watch the World Cup? I'm like, bitch, so if I don't care about the World Cup, I don't get time off. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? That's almost as bad as is like when people who smoke, they're allowed to have like smoke breaks, and I get it in the sense that, well, this guy's got a problem, and it's easy for me to say, well, don't smoke because it's bad for you anyway. So I get it, but still, when they still have an excuse to have a break when I can't. I remember in my old jobs, like go, people would just freaking would just go on breaks because they could, right? They're just like, ah, fuck it, smoke, fag break, because they smoke, right? But what made me laugh, right? What made me laugh is that, and yes, I'm bringing up Travelodge. Surprise, surprise. When I used to work at Travelodge, the first week I was there was a woman who was like meant to be like sort of helping us, supporting us for the first week. I can't even remember really what they did, but they were just there. And her colleague smoked, so she went on a smoke break. But the other woman didn't, but she went on a break anyway. It kind of felt like she was trying to make herself privileged. You know, she was like, "Hey, I don't smoke, but I'm gonna go on a break because she's going on a break." But we never did that. I never did that because I didn't want to get into trouble. You know what I mean? It's like, hey. So really, what if they're really gonna pull that card? Because yes, I know smoking is an addiction, but it's still something that is something that you need to get help for, right? And I understand that, but still, this is how I see it. If someone goes on a fag break, after the fag break is gone, me as a non-smoker should get a break. It's not long; it's like 5 minutes at best. But the amount of times that people go on 5-minute breaks, though, you know what I mean? Especially in a stressful environment like working in a hotel. That's open 24 hours, mind you. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, I don't think this is completely fair. I need a non-smoke break. Oh yeah, exactly, Footloose. You get it. You get it, you know? Okay, this is where I can make care mistakes, right? So I can just carry on. Yeah, sorry, Digimon, sorry. Sorry, Green Bean Boy. Mean Bean Machine. Speaking of Mean Bean Machine, I finished Sonic Frontiers. It was a little stretch, I know, but... So I guess we could talk about that. Also, I have to remember that, you know, not everyone is going to care for my ramblings, because, you know, I'm playing Digimon, but I'm rambling talking about Sonic. You know, I only know that, like, you know, Footloose is a Sonic fan, but also happens to be a Digimon fan, so, I mean, you know. Although you haven't played that many Sonic games, really, have you, Footloose? From, like, not a lot of the modern stuff. I'm grateful that I never tried smoking. Yeah. I'm kind of like that with alcohol. Well, I mean, I've tried alcohol, but I'm glad I've never gotten drunk. And I'm kind of glad I've never really wanted to really drink, personally. I don't have an issue with people. Like, if people want to drink alcohol, that's fine. You can drink responsibly, and that's okay. It's not for me. You know, it's not for me. And I think I'm better for it because, you know, alcohol isn't particularly good for you. I know you can still manage it, but at least I don't have to worry about that side of things, right? You played most of them, okay. Did you play the handhelds though, Footloose? Because I didn't. I didn't really play the handhelds because I never had a handheld. The only handheld game, the only ones I've played is I've beaten Sonic Advance 1 once. Played a little bit, I think, of 2 and 3. And I beat Generations 3DS, that's it. Oh, okay. So do you have a game? You must have a Game Boy Advance then, Footloose, because I know you're not really a Nintendo guy. You must have, unless you borrowed like your cousins or your friends or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never played Sonic Rush. I hear it's good. A lot of people give that game praise. You still have a GBA, nice. Yeah, see, I never had a Game Boy Color. I never had original Game Boy. I never had a Game Boy Advance. I just have a 3DS. I don't even think I have a DS. Just a 3DS. That's it. That's all I have. Um, my handheld console was the PSP. That's what I had. I always wanted a Game Boy Color just to play Pokemon, but it never happened. I didn't play Pokemon until much later. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I didn't play Pokemon until much later. Even though I'm a Gen 1 guy. And the first Pokemon game I played wasn't even about Gen 1. It was like Gen 3, I think, or something like that. Well, okay. The first Pokemon game I beat, I should say. I have played Pokemon Yellow. And I've played Pokemon, I think it was Blue. But it wasn't my Game Boy. It was like my cousin's Game Boy. So I played a little bit of that. Like around my cousins. Usually it was like if I didn't have it, I'd either go to my friends or I'd go to my cousin. I don't even think he plays video games anymore. My cousin. I haven't spoken to him for a while. You know, me having a busy life. We just kind of lost touch, and he's got a really big busy life. He's got like I think he's got like 2, maybe 3 kids now, and he's got a wife, and he's working full time a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, so I don't really see him really. I think I saw him like a few years ago. Yeah, he's got a lot going on his end, but yeah, back in the day, it was like sometimes we would borrow each other's games. Like I remember I had Crash Tag Team Racing, and I just thought it was kind of an game because I preferred Team Race. I didn't think Tag Team Racing was. I just thought it was like whatever, but he really liked it. He was like, "Oh, I like this game," so I let him borrow it, and I think he beat it. He definitely beat it within a week, maybe like a few days. He played it a lot. He really enjoyed the game. Just something I remember, just memories you remember. And I'm like, yeah, I remember he borrowed Tag Team Racing, and yeah, he was just like, oh, this looks cool. I want to play this. I let him borrow it, and yeah, he beat it pretty quickly. He really liked it. I was like, fair enough. Wasn't my type of game. Team Racing was the game for me. I'm gonna rest. Oh, everything's underrated to you, for It's not my game, alright? I'm not gonna harp on people. If they like it, if they, if you like it, you like it. That's fine. I didn't really like it, to be honest. Crash Team Racing is what I wanted out of a kart racer. Tag Team Racing was not what I wanted out of a kart racer. But, whatever. I wasn't really big on the designs because I feel like the designs weren't terrible, but it really felt like it was leaning towards, like, it was like the designs before Titans, and it was kind of leading towards that era, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that, personally. It was well it was from Twin Sanity, really. It was coming off of Twin Sanity. Don't get me wrong, it's still better than Titans. But yeah, I don't know. Plus, like, the story was kind of and like the villain was kind of and Oxide was a way better villain, in my opinion. I just didn't really care, And the game pretty much played itself. Like, if you want to play that game like CTR, you can't really. You are forced to use the tag team mechanic, and you pretty much you just let like your teammate drive, and then you just shoot everything. That's what you do, right? That's what you do. That's how you win, right? That's literally how you win. I keep mucking that up. But anyway, I can't remember how I got into that. Oh, we were talking about Sonic games. Yeah, so I beat Sonic Frontiers. I won't go into much spoilery stuff, just in case there's someone that's like, hey, look, I want to play. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't know how many people would really care. I'm gonna guess that Footloose is probably the only one right now, but unless there's an off chance that someone is, I don't know, watching this on YouTube and they're like, I can't believe you randomly spoiled Sonic Frontiers for me. All I will say is that I think it's an okay game. I don't know what it is, but I wasn't loving it. I seeing a lot of people saying like, oh my god, this is so refreshing. Yes and no. That's the best way to describe it. There are some things that are like okay, and there are some things that are like. It's very hit and miss for me. That game. It's very hit and miss for me. Like that. Like 100%. It's like I don't know how to feel about it sometimes. Is it better than Unleashed? That's a difficult one, and the only reason why I say it's difficult for me is because Unleashed, a lot of people like to joke and they say that Unleashed is like half a good game and half not. However, if you're someone who actually likes the Werehog, then you might say that Unleashed is like the best game ever. I'm sure there are people that don't like the speedy sections of Unleashed, but I like that's the best part. Like, for me, in terms of like capturing Sonic's speed, Sonic Unleashed I feel like is still unparalleled. Generations was close. I feel like Generations is like right up there, but I feel like in terms of like when you're playing as Sonic, especially when you upgrade your speed and that, when you play as Sonic in Sonic Unleashed, I feel like that is the best game for just pure, unadulterated speed. Just whoosh and off you go, right? In my opinion. Ah, I missed it. I'm actually kind of struggling a bit here. Like, I mean, like, the training's not going that well. I'm actually kind of glad the requirements are quite low, but I don't know what happened. Damn. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to litter the place with poop. Sorry. Just gonna have to do it like this. What age am I at? Yeah, I feel like my stats are a bit too low. What chips do I have? I'm gonna have a look. And I'm rapidly aging. I feel like I'm not making that enough progress. I guess I should stop focusing on HP and MP for now, just to make sure I hit the requirements, I suppose. At least just a 6 out of 10 game. Yeah, 6 to a 7. 6 to a 7. For me personally, the Werehog drags it down. However, if you like the Werehog, that's perfectly fine, right? That's perfectly fine. But for me, the Werehog is easily the worst part. The medal collecting isn't great. I think they did it better on the Wii, because I'm talking about the HD version. And the story is fine. I actually like the idea of traveling around the world, because that gives us some great locales, right? Some great places to go. Some fresh and new areas. Like, do you remember, guys, back in the day when we had original zones? Can you remember that? Can you? I think like the last game. Was technically, I suppose, Lost World. Yeah, Lost World was like the last game. But like we had Generations, which was obviously just repeated stuff. Obviously, it was like modernized stuff, but it was still just, you know, that. Um, and then we had Forces, which, yeah, okay, there were some original levels, but there was also a lot of old levels just reused again, and some levels just kind of feel like they've just kind of smacked two old levels together. A lot of it feels very samey, right? Um, the only level I personally thought was alright was one of the space levels in Forces. A very boring game, personally. But anyway, yeah, I would say it's better than it's better Unleashed, because I think the Werehog and the medals and things like that, I think that side of things drags Unleashed down. Um, but slowly grading it on the speed sections, Sonic Unleashed is one of the best games in terms of the speed sections, in my opinion. Great levels. The sense of, like I say, the sense of speed. It's a great speed running game. But when you get to when you get grounded to a hole and you just have to smack things, it's like, yo, I didn't want to play Crash of the Titans. What's going on? I didn't want this. It becomes a problem, to say the least. um, yeah, I would say, I would say I honestly, for this, I probably prefer Unleashed only because I only because I find Forces boring. I don't find Unleashed boring. Sometimes boring can be worse. You know, I'm just saying. But that's just my opinion. Sometimes boring can just be worse. But yeah, I think so. I definitely think. Now I really think about it, yeah, I would say that Frontiers is better than Unleashed. I think there's overall more positives, but it still has a lot of the problems that like the previous games done, where it's just like, here's reused levels again, and the reused levels, shock horror, are the worst part of the game in my opinion. At first I wasn't super big on the combat. I do think the combat gets better as you level up and get more moves. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like Street Fighter or it's not a fighting game. It's an action game. A lot of the combos are just like press two buttons together and watch Sonic do some punches and kicks. It's like it's not an Arcs. It's not like an Arx's game. You know what I mean? It's none of that. None of that. None of that. It's not even Smash Brothers, right? But for what it is, it's enjoyable. The supersonic boss fights are good. They're fun. They are janky, but they are fun, right? Yeah. Um, you know, the supersonic boss fights are good. Um, yeah, I would say okay. The best part for me isn't even anything to do with the gameplay. For me, it's the writing. It's the writing. We get character growth in this game, and the characters never felt so sort of grounded, so down to earth. Especially Amy. I think I mentioned before that Amy has like completely, in this game specifically, she's completely stopped her stereotypical trope of, oh, Sonic, marry me, and I was like, thank God, please, 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 let this stay. Do not go back to that. I hated that about Amy. I didn't like her. I always thought she was annoying. I always did, you know? She was literally just the fangirl. The annoying fangirl. Right? And Sonic is just like always trying to get away from her because she's irritating and shit, right? It's just... Yeah, like, she has such character growth in this game. And it's interesting because it feels like they're setting up for Sonic Frontiers 2. That's what I will say. or they're setting up for like DLC maybe, something like that. The way they go about it, all the characters are like, oh yeah, you know, I've been thinking about kind of just going off and doing my own thing. That's pretty much what all of them come to conclusion. I'm like, you know what, Sonic, I think it's time for me to just kind of just go off and do my own thing. Tails is like, look, I follow you around too much. I rely on you too much. I need to go and just, I guess, I don't know, find myself or something. Um, you know. And I do think there's some great moments. I really do. You know, and we get a little bit of that sort of rivalry slash, like, I guess, kind of like banter, teasing each other with Sonic and Knuckles. Like they're acting all like, you know, like, oh, you know, you want to go, Sonic? But then they laugh with each other and they fist, you know, they fist bump with each other. It's all just fun and games and jest and them teasing each other, right? And I kind of miss that, you know, I kind of miss that interaction and stuff. I thought that was great. I legit thought, you know, the writing in the game was great. You know, Amy, Knuckles, and Tails all want to kind of just go off and do their own thing, and I hope that means that this is going to lead into something with these characters. I mean, maybe we'll get a time skip or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a time skip, and maybe they'll have grown, and you know, they'll have new things to bring to the series. I don't know, but yeah, it's a shame. I wish I could say that for me the gameplay was the top bit, but I honestly think it's the writing. I think it was a good idea to bring Ian Flynn in because he gets it. Also, if you're a long time Sonic fan like me and you've played most of the games, then you will feel. Someone actually put it quite, like, just like on the ball. Someone said it quite right. They said, "I feel validated," which is a weird thing to say to me, because then I'm thinking, well, do I need to feel validated? Maybe not, but I feel like that's a really good way of putting it, because there's so many references to Sonic games across the board, but there is a lot of references to, like, Sonic 3, obviously Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Adventure, and Adventure 2. You know, Knuckles references a lot of Angel Island, and he talks about, and they sort of bring up Sonic 3, they bring up Sonic Adventure, they start talking about, you know, the Master Emerald, and oh hey, how the Echidnas basically, you know, they died because they were greedy and Perfect Chaos finished them off. And Knuckles was talking about that and reminiscent and thinking about, like, oh, if things had been different, would I still be the Guardian? What would I be doing now if I wasn't guarding the Master Emerald? And Knuckles is thinking about leaving the island to go off and figure out what else he wants to do in life. Sonic even says, it's like, hey, you don't want to be sitting in front of that rock for the rest of your life, do you? And Knuckles is like, well, what else am I going to do? It's my duty. Someone has to look after it. Eggman's going to steal it, right? But now he's thinking, well, I don't know. Maybe I should go off. Question is, I suppose, what is he going to do with the Master Emerald? He's just going to leave it there. But then, Sonic Heroes, right? He left the Master Emerald unattended, as far as we know. So, I don't know. But it's cool. Like, I really do think the writing is really, really good. Really good. Really good. And long-time Sonic fans, like, if you're someone who doesn't really play Sonic games that much, a lot of the writing might not mean that much to you. But if you're like me, you'll get it. And you'll be like, oh, that's cool. Or like, oh, this is great character development. I think I might have mentioned this before, but Tails even brings up how shitty he was in Forces. There's literally a line where he's like, I was pathetic in Forces. You know, and it's like, yeah, you kind of were. You kind of were, Tails. I'm not going to lie, you kind of were. He admits that, right? But then Sonic says, well, hey, you've had moments. What about Sonic Adventure? You've had moments in Adventure. You've had moments in Sonic Adventure 2, which I think, personally, Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 is Tails' best, like, character arc. Like, that's the tales that I'm like, yeah, you know? But hey. Let me just do this real quick. So yeah, the writing I think is top notch. It's some of the best writing we've ever had. The characters are great. The only thing is that the AI girl Sage that kind of bothers you and you know, it's sort of trying to shoo you off. She's not really the villain, but they kind of sort of make you think she's the bad person, but she actually works for Eggman. Um, the, the only problem I have with her is that the game really tried to make you feel attached to the character towards the end, and I didn't feel attached. And they really tried to make a big deal about it. Even with like Eggman, like there were like at one point Eggman was like was starting to think that he actually cared for her like a daughter, and I was like, whoa! I was like, this is so different for Eggman. I'm not necessarily saying it's bad, but it's so different. You know what I mean? Like, this is so different. And like I say, they clearly wanted you to care for this character, but I just didn't really care about her. And I kind of laughed towards the end. Like, it might seem harsh, but, you know, she had like a, I'm going to sacrifice myself moment, and I just didn't really care. I'm hearing some people saying they actually quite like Sage, and they like her character, and they actually felt a bit sad towards the end. Not me. Sorry. Not sorry. I think personally, we didn't get enough time with Sage as a character. I think this game was like, it was too soon to make us feel anything. The game wasn't long enough for that, in my opinion. I think that's my biggest issue was that if we had more time with this character, for this character to grow, then maybe I could end up liking her. But she was very stereotypical. I'm an AI program. You know, go away. You can't be here. I will. You know, I am speaking like I am literally Data from Star Trek because I am literally Data, and I talk with numbers and, you know, all that. And it's like I get it. You're an AI program. You're speaking with logics and numbers. I get it. She just wasn't very interesting to me. She does change eventually, but I don't know. That's the only gripe. Eggman was great. Mike Pollock was great. Continues to nail Eggman as he does, and the writing for him was great as well. Like I say, there's some interesting backstories in regards to the Chaos Emeralds, and I think I might have mentioned in the showcase where I was like, the Coco, when you go in the flashback, they look like chaos, and I'm like, what's going on here? And it is confirmed. I will say right now, this is the only spoiler I will say. Apparently, at least in this type of lore, Chaos is a part of a race, and yes, he is related to these aliens. They're aliens. So Chaos was an alien. We originally knew Chaos as a mutated Chow, but he was called the Chaos of the God of Destruction, and I don't actually remember why he was called Chaos, the God of Destruction, outside of the fact that he could just use the Chaos Emeralds to cause literal chaos. But I guess that's where he got the name from. I don't know who gave him that, but now they're saying that he's actually just a part of a race, which made me think. I'm like, wait, if Chaos is a part of an alien race, does that mean that the entire race could turn into a perfect Chaos? Could they all be perfect Chaoses? I'm just saying. Imagine an army of perfect Chaoses. Is that possible? Was he the only one who could use the power of the emeralds? I don't know, but it made me think. So yeah, yeah, and we learn more about the Chaos Emeralds. They mention the Master Emerald, and I'm not too sure about the Master Emerald. I might need to go back on my I might need to like research again on my Sonic lore because I'm a bit confused about the Master Emerald in connection to the Chaos Emerald. That's what I will say. But and I will say for me personally, the story didn't get too interesting until the end. For me, the writing and the character growth and stuff was great, but I didn't really think much of the Coco. I really didn't. They're just like not chows, you know what I mean? I didn't hate them. It's just I just kind of like I wasn't really invested in these characters. I just wasn't, right? I wasn't invested in these characters. Um, but I was a little bit intrigued as to, are these chaos people? Like, what's going on here? And then the game's just like, yeah, they are. And I'm like, oh. And they're called Ancients. That's it. I don't know if that's like their official name, but they're just called Ancients. And there's also a symbol that seems to correlate with them, but we don't know what that symbol is. Yeah, there's like a symbol that I don't think the symbol ever gets explained, like at all. And there's even like a post-credit scene where they kind of tease that symbol, and I'm like, so either they're gonna do DLC, I feel like they're either they're either setting up for DLC, I feel like, or they're already setting up for a Frontiers 2, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's not quite over yet. There might be more 2D Ancients or something. I don't know, but or like the reason why Eggman was there is because he wanted to use the Ancients technology. That backfired. So I'm wondering if now that we've basically saved the day, if Eggman's just gonna try again. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe, I don't know. Right, I think we're almost there. Let me check. Give me 1 second. What am I missing outside of probably care mistakes? Let's have a look. I guess a heads up if it starts to lag a little, if it starts to drop frames a little bit. It's because my internet isn't really the best when I try to open anything up. So, not while I'm streaming, I mean. Right, I need more speed. Okay. More speed and more brains. Okay. So I was actually good on that fence, actually. This is going to be quite tight, I think. Also, I guess I could do this. One of the bonus things is like making your Digimon happy. But because I've been making care mistakes, he's obviously not been as happy. So it's kind of a hard balance. Let's say maybe we'll be alright without the care mistakes with some luck. With some luck. But yeah. I do think running around a sort of open world-ish, open zone as they call it, running around these big environments, shall we say, I do think is a step in the right direction. I do think it's fun to generally just run around and see what's about. The downside to that is that sometimes the game will put you in 2D sections, and I know that that's been a thing since Unleashed. The problem is that it kind of feels like it doesn't know whether it wants to be full 3D or be in these like 2D side sections. And sometimes you know, like you could be just running along and you're just like going to a location, but you entered a 2D plane from a 3D perspective, and the camera just turns you around and puts you in the 2D section. And I'm like, I didn't want to be in this 2D section. I just want to keep running. But apparently I ran into the 2D section bit by accident, which I don't know because I'm running really fast. and you can get out of it, but it just throws you off, right? 1 minute you're 3D, the next minute you're 2D, and I'm like, hold on. I think they should just get rid of the 2D sections now, in my opinion. I think they should just stop them altogether. Um, you know. Also, the first time you go around an island doing puzzles, it's fine. And it's fun because it's a new location, you're discovering things, but then you have to kind of do it again, just in a different location. And it's just kind of like, okay, I get it. It gets very samey very quickly. Very samey. The puzzles are easy, but a lot of them are just like the same thing, but slightly harder, right? Here's a puzzle where you have to stand on these switches. Now here's this puzzle again on the next island, but there's more switches to stand on. Or here's a pattern. Well, next time do a different pattern. It's like okay, I get it. And this is to reveal the map, by the way, which you need to do, otherwise you are kind of running everywhere blind. And the big thing about your map, right? The big thing about your map is if you complete the map fully, you do unlock fast travel, so you can kind of just zip around to a bunch of different locations. So, you know, if there are times where you're like, look, I've done all this shit just so I can have easy access to everywhere, then there's a bit of a incentive to finish the map, right? You don't have to finish the map. It is an option, but you know, it just helps to know what's on screen, right? So yeah, but I would say it's better Unleashed. I think it's for me. Sonic Frontiers is probably, I'd say, a 7. It's a 7. Maybe an 8. But I feel like an 8 is being kind. It's probably a 7 for me. It's definitely above Forces, and I would say it's above Unleashed. I think it's a step in the right direction. It has potential. It has potential to be really good. It does have a lot of that Sonic jank. The camera is unfortunately still a problem. There are some things that really did not need to be there, right? Yeah. Again, it's one of those games where it's like, there are things I really liked about the game, and there are things I really didn't like about the game. You know what I mean? Well, this is gonna be close. This is actually gonna be close. Unfortunately, this training didn't go as well as I'd hoped. But that's probably just on me, to be honest. But oh well. Never mind. Also, there are some enemies I really don't like in that game. Some enemies are okay, and again, there are a lot of enemies that are like, oh, this is cool, the first time, and then you just don't want to do it ever again. That's basically, in my opinion, that's basically Sonic Frontiers. You like to experience something for the spectacle, and at first you think it's cool, but then you're like, okay, I'm done with this now. I'm over it, right? I'm over it. I don't want to do this again. The best enemies to fight are 100% the Supersonic boss fights. Something I want, something I really do want, right? Something I really do want. I want them to either release a boss rush or give us a way to replay the Supersonic boss fights, because I actually think they're really cool. Again, they are a little finicky and a little jank, but I do think they're the best part of the gameplay for me. I would even arguably say above the running around. I would say it's the Supersonic boss fights followed by the running around the world map. Yeah. The only thing I would say about the Supersonic fights is I wish they didn't rely, for me personally, I wish they didn't really rely on the parry, because to me, it feels like they really want you to parry. Um, and I don't have an issue with parrying, but I want more freedom, if you know what I mean. I want to be able to take down the boss how I want to take down the boss. And you can, right? You can for the most part. But for me, if you pay attention, it's clear when the game wants you to parry. You don't technically have to. Well, actually, you know what? I think there's one time where you actually have to. I think it's the second boss fight. I think the second boss fight you have to parry. I think, if I remember correctly. They kind of force you to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to. I'm pretty sure you have to. So yeah. Just want a little bit more freedom. You know? Just a little bit more freedom. That's what I would say. But they were fun, and you know there are different. Let's say the more moves you get, there are different things you can do to the enemy, and I mean they were like, look, they were clearly like, hey, you know how Super Sonic's kind of based on Dragon Ball Z? Well, let's emphasize on that a little bit more. And there were definitely some like DBC moments, right? Like, you know, there were definitely some moments where Sonic was like, I'm gonna stop this giant weapon that's trying to impale me with, you know, with my two hands, and then I'm just going to lift it up, and I'm going to use this massive weapon, and you know, hey, look at this giant laser, I'm going to deflect it. There's definitely some moments where, you know, they were really trying to show off the power of Supersonic, right? And it was cool. It was generally cool. It was. I just think the game needs a lot of refining. A lot of refining. Like I say, the jank is real. There's definitely some jank. Not Sonic 06 jank, definitely not. But there's definitely some places where it's like, I feel like they needed a bit more time here. Also, the cyberspace levels suck. They're shorter than Forces, if you can believe it or not. Because I think that the cyberspace levels are clearly just meant to be there. They're not meant to be the focus of the game. They're not. They're not. You do have to do some of them to get keys so you can unlock Chaos Emeralds, right? But they aren't really the focus because there are ways of getting keys. There are other ways of getting keys. There are other ways of getting other items. You could technically, right? You could technically just get enough coins and fish, right? Because when you speak to Big, don't know if I mentioned that, but Big's in the game. I think I might have showed it off last time. If you speak to Big, you can trade for like a bunch of different items, and usually the items you trade for are the items that are in game already, right? That are literally in game already. So you could technically, if you wanted, you get a bunch of purple coins, and you could just like fish for like an hour, and then just buy all the items you need, and you wouldn't even need to do any cyberspace levels if you wanted to do it that way, right? I did them because, you know, I wanted to see what they were like, and it's more traditional Sonic. If you don't want to run around the map, here's your traditional Sonic. It's just that I don't think they were very good because all of the aesthetics were just, here's Green Hill Zone, here's Green Hill Zone again, here's Chemical Plant, here's Chemical Plant again, here's Sky Sanctuary, here's a, I guess, generic city level, and that's it. The layouts change, but the aesthetics are just these 4 levels. And we've seen Green Hill Zone time and time again. We've seen Chemical Plant. We saw Sky Sanctuary in Generations. We don't need to see it again. Like, you know, remember the times when we had original levels? I do. Do you? I don't know what their obsessions are with bringing these old levels back. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, come on. Come on, guys. Give us some original stuff. You are capable. You have done it several times. What's happening? I don't want to go back to Green Hill Zone for like the fucking 1000th time. No. I don't. I'm sick of it. Nah. You know? I'm just saying. I'm actually trying to, okay, we're actually struggling a bit here. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to force, unfortunately my discipline's gonna be really low. But I'm actually gonna just try and force my happiness up, because unfortunately I was trying to see if I can scold him, but it's not working. My discipline's gonna be really, really, really low. See if this helps. There we go. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I didn't make enough care mistakes, so I had to get his happiness up. So it's fine. We'll get the discipline back up. It's fine. There we go. He was age 12. I needed to get him to evolve. That was close, and I didn't like that. I didn't like how close that was, but there we go. We got him. Unfortunately, we don't have the round tooth fruit pastel move. And there's only... There we go. Nice tame level up. And there's only... There's only one enemy... There's only one other opponent you can fight with him for that. But we do need to learn Bug. For sure. For sure we need to learn Bug. For sure. I could get lucky on the brains, I suppose. But I would have to unlock Mount Infinity, which I suppose we could. I just don't know if I really want to do that yet, but I could. We'd have to unlock Mount Infinity, and then we'd have to just fight not Angemon several times and hope that we learn it from them. Because I'm pretty sure... I think it's Pidomon? 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 I don't know how you pronounce it. Pid, like it's P-I-D-D, Pidomon? Pidomon? I don't know. Pedomon? No. Oh, I hope not. But yeah. That's the only, they're the only other one, as far as I know, they're the only other Digimons that use that move. So. But hey, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I'm honestly just fishing. Like, I'm fishing. I'm probably not going to get anything, but we're fishing. But we got him. Hopefully we can make more use to him than Mega Dramon, because I feel like I didn't really use Mega Dramon much, and after the effort of getting him... But, you know, it is what it is, right? Hey, we learned something. We actually did. We learned poison powder. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so we're definitely learning Bug. Bug is ridiculous. Bug is the best bug move in this game. Like the best plant move in this game. 100%. Like, it just is. So you can learn it. You can learn it from Tentomon, or I think like Coagamon will teach you. It's either Coagamon or Carpoteriumon. One of them will teach you. I think your defense has to be like, I think you might have to have 500 defense or something. So I'm thinking of just getting my defense up anyway, and then seeing if he'll give it to me. And if not, maybe I'll just fight Tentomon and learn it from Tentomon. But we're definitely getting Bug. I don't know about Roundtree's Fruit Pastel, but we're definitely getting Bug. Because, you know, that's something it's just like, why would you not? Also, what's the move I tried to learn and I couldn't before? Green Trap? Yeah. I want Green Trap. I mean, I'm gonna have to get everything anyway, but I just generally like Green Trap. That's a move I just generally like. I like it when Vegemon does it as well, because he laughs. And he just laughs. I was like, what? What are you laughing at me for? He thinks it's funny. I don't know why, but he just does. There we go. He thinks it's hilarious. But I don't feel like farming. I don't feel like grinding brains in the hopes that I'll learn the round cheese fruit pastel move. Not really. That's a waste of time. The likely like I got lucky there with poison powder, but again, I could literally get any plant move, anything. In fact, I could probably get an electric move as well. One that I don't. Well, sorry, not electric move, wind move. I think Piximon. Well, obviously Piximon knows the round trees through pastel move. He learns air cutter. He might know spinning shot. And he might learn hurricane. Maybe. Anyway, let's push for that defense first. That's what I'm leaking at, and then I'm thinking of I might just go to Beetle Land, just straight up, just go there right now, and then we'll probably maybe grind a bit more, just get my stats up. And I don't know, maybe we'll go challenge Mummymon. Maybe do a tournament or something. Or maybe it's time to unlock Mount Infinity. Maybe it's time. It's finally time. Has to have Hurricane? That's not the round choose fruit pastel move. If that's what you're thinking. I know who has Hurricane though. That's not the round trees fruit pastel move. I actually can't remember. What is the actual name of the round trees fruit pastel move? Confusion Storm. Yeah, that's it, Foosh. You got it. I actually forgot. Yeah, it's Confusion Storm. Yeah, Confusion Storm is the round trees fruit pastel move. Hurricane is literally what you think it is. It's like a hurricane, a tornado, a twister move. It's very slow. I guess it's sort of good, but I don't know. Hurricane is just kind of a very slow move. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's good enough, really. Like the best wind move is spinning shot. It's quick and it does a ton of damage. And if you're lucky, you can actually hit multiple with it. So spinning shot is the best wind move or air move in my opinion. I mean, obviously, Confusion Storm is good for confusing. Like, it has a high chance to confuse the opponent. So, you know, it's good for that. It's good for that. These are all moves I'm going to have to learn, you know, anyway, to get the medal. Because I'm going to have to remind people that we're on session, I think, 13. Ooh, excuse me, 13. And we haven't gotten a single medal. I promise, I know what I'm doing. Also, he hasn't eaten, like, at all. Which is a bit odd. Like, he's not eating or anything. Oh, well. Again, I'd like my stats to be higher, but for now, that'll do. Man, once I'm able to buy a bunch of chips, that would really help. So I don't have to train as much, right? But even so, right? Even if you have max bits, you still have to spend a lot on cards. And you have to get loads of cards and hope that you get the really strong cards. Because even if you go to the card shop, right, you can go and buy individual cards, and sometimes they'll have good stuff, sometimes they won't, right? And they're only open between the first 15 days of that year. So now I'm at day 20 It's not. It's you know, it's not there until year 4, right? Um, you can buy booster packs for free, but I just don't think it's really worth it. I do think a hundred for like a random card. I think it's just better value overall, in my opinion. Because I think it's like 500. I think it might be 500 bits for free cards. Whereas it's is that cheap? Well, I'm trying to think. No, it's more. Yeah, it's more expensive. Whereas you could literally buy 3 individuals for 300. So you're basically spending 200 more than you would, right? And in the booster pack, you don't know what you're gonna get. Same as the vending machine, you don't know what you're gonna get. So you might as well just use the vending machine, and you could just mash X. You know, you have infinite bits, just mash, 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 mash. And you know, eventually, as boring as it is, but eventually, you'll fill out the card list. You'll get the cards you need, exchange, and then hopefully buy some chips. Like, you need a lot. You need like the top row, and you just need like 9s and stuff, right? You need like, I think 9 is the max you can get for each card. You need like 9s and everything. You need a lot. A lot. You need a lot. And trust me, even if you have max bits, by going ham on the card machine, it will soon go down. Eventually, because like I say, depending on how lucky you are, if you're really lucky, then you might be able to get away with not spending as much, right? But as we all know, gambling is no good, and yeah, best not to rely on luck all the time, eh? Doesn't always end well, shall we say. Anyway, let's go to Beetleland. Let's see if I've hit the requirement. I don't actually know if I have. But if I have, then it's done job. I don't know if the Tentamon have any other moves I can learn from them. I don't actually know. I could fight them and find out, I suppose. What do you have at the moment? You have Mass Morph, Insect Plague. You know what? I don't really like Insect Plague. Take that off. Yeah, because they don't, I'm pretty sure they don't have a Green Trap. Alright, so I'm missing Bug, Green Trap, and something else. Oh, I think I know what I'm missing. I don't know the name of it, but one of the Shellmons use it. I can't remember what it is. It's like an AOE attack. Stop them! I mean, since I'm so close, maybe I should just try and learn that as well. Like, just try and unlock just try and learn all the plant moves. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's Insect Plague, that is. There's Bug. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. Why am I even fighting him? I don't even need to fight him. Well, okay, if I learn Bug here, then I think we're good. We can just leave. But if we don't, then just ignore these guys and go straight in the waiting hall, I guess. Sort of waiting halls. The training areas. Yeah, sometimes Bug will do that. Sometimes you'll throw Bug and they'll literally just go around in a circle. They won't hit you. But when they do hit you... just gonna use that all the time, I am. No freaking way. There was a stray Bug and it hit me out of my ultimate. My finisher. No way. What the hell, bro? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. What? No. What? What the hell? Bro. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I am glad I played Sonic Frontiers though. I am, because there's potential for it to go somewhere. Just, there's some things that need to go and need to be ironed out. Right. Also, I won't spoil it, but the final boss was very disappointing. Very disappointing. It was very anticlimactic. The final boss was a why Sega? I don't understand. That's what that was. That's what that was, and that's all I'm gonna say. Is it you? Hey, we learned the bug. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're done. OP move. OP move is OP. Press on the wrong button. Yeah, we're good. There it is. There it is. Yeah, we're good. Boom. That's understandable, but we gotta get your discipline up, so there we go. Good. Good. We might not be making like progress like story-wise or recruitment-wise, but we're practically almost done anyway. Now it's just doing everything else to get the medals, you know. Techniques, stats, all that. Yeah, fishing, which I'm gonna have to do. The Digimon curling, which I could do any time, but you know, that has to be done. Things like that, you know. Well, since I'm here, I slept, didn't I think I did, so. And maybe we'll do Mount Infinity. If not, just so we can learn the, you know, the Confused Storm. Maybe, if we got enough time. I mean, I already look at it, it's already been like over an hour. For me, I feel like it's gone pretty kind of quick. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've just been rambling and playing the game, and I'm like, it's already been like an hour. Well. But hey, I mean, it's not a bad thing, is it? I you know, say it's a good thing, if anything. I've also, you know, I've been continuing my Ragnarok, my God of War, and I will say that I'm definitely more invested in God of War Ragnarok than I was with God of War PS4. But as I said to you before, Footloose, if you didn't like the combat in God of War PS4, I don't think Ragnarok is going to make you enjoy it anymore, because it really is just the same thing, but they just add to it. You could just do more with that combat, but it's so obvious that it's a sequel to God of War PS4. It really is. It really is. Like visuals and everything. Like if you were to give me a screenshot of God of War Ragnarok, right? But you told me it was God of War PS4, I'd believe you, because it's uncanny. Well, also the fact that the game was literally designed for the PS4, so it doesn't look like super impressive on the PS5 in that sort of sense, because it just looks like a PS4 game. It doesn't look bad, of course. A PS4 game isn't bad, but you know what I mean. You can tell it's a PS4 game. You can tell. You can just tell it is. And I'm sure on the PS4, you know, naturally I haven't installed it on the PS4. I specifically bought the PS5 version, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work. But Actually, that's a thought. Can you buy the PS4 version and then upgrade it to the PS5? Like a remake? Like FF7? Actually, don't know. I want to say no, at least not yet. I want to say not yet. The only reason I say not yet is because I feel like it's going to be cheaper on the PS4, right? Maybe? Because then, let's say you got PS5, and you could just upgrade it to the PS... You've got the PS4 version, but you can upgrade it to the PS5 version. If the PS4 version is cheaper, then... You know, it makes sense to buy the PS4 version, doesn't it? And then just upgrade it to the PS5 version for no extra cost. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know, though. But, the mobility is really good. Kratos is a lot more mobile. There's a lot more for him to do. Like, the mobility feels really fun. Really fun and fluid. I'm much more invested in the story than I was in the first game. The story was okay in the first game. But, I'm definitely much more interested in where things go. I'm enjoying the characters as well, the new and the old characters. I'm enjoying that. The game is definitely a spectacle, you know, as you kind of expect God of War to be. Definitely have their spectacle moments. I even got jump scared once. There was a moment where I was trying to get in the boat, and even though I thought to myself, hey, it's been a minute since we've had like a boss fight, and I was like, I wonder when it's going to show up. I literally was about to get in the boat, and then the creature literally jumped out of this river, and that scared the shit out of me. I was like, whoa, that actually got me. That straight up got me. That did. That was a gotcha moment for sure. But yeah, I'm enjoying it though. I am enjoying it more than God of War PS4. I am. Definitely. I'm much more invested. There's so much more customization in this game now, and there's so much like loot, like so much more loot, so much more lore. There's just so much. There's lots in this game. Like I'm currently just like I'm just going around doing side quests because I'm enjoying myself. Like I'm legit enjoying myself. What's one of the things I was gonna say? Yeah, without spoiling it, there is a different gameplay mechanic, but it's not really that much different to Kratos. That's all I'll say. But that's all right. That's a slightly different change of pace, so that's fun. Obviously, like I don't even know how far I'm in the game. I don't think I'm anywhere near the end. I think like God of War is a big game for sure. So I don't think I'm like anywhere near the end, but I'm enjoying it. I am definitely enjoying it more than the first game. Also, there's just more locations to go to now, and the enemy variety, bro. I don't know if it's really much of a spoiler, but I haven't fought a single troll or ogre. They were littered in the first game. It was just trolls and ogres. They didn't do anything else. It was just like, bro, where's the variety of enemies? And you fight Boulder like 3 times. Was it 3 times or was it 4 times? 3 times, I think. Yeah, like they definitely give you like a variety of different like bosses now. You know, I think I've ran into like one sort of repeated boss, if you know what I mean. Like one mini boss turned up again, but that's it so far. But everything else has been like completely just unique. No repeated bosses or anything, which is so much better. Like I'm so glad, right? I am super glad. Super glad. Alright, I guess we could go... Well, actually, we're almost... Hang on. Let's sleep for the day, right? Let's sleep for the day. And then I guess we'll try and squeeze in some moves. He is ready to sleep, right? I think so. When does he sleep again? I forget. All I can say is I hope it gets better and better, and I hope we continue to enjoy it. That's all I can really say. Yeah, maybe God of War is not for you. Or maybe I don't know how many God of War games you've played, Footloose, but maybe you prefer the original ones. I know a lot of people had a hard time adjusting to the new God of War because it doesn't play like the originals. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, heck, you don't even get the blades until later, right? So, yeah, perhaps that's just more your style, right? And that's okay. That's probably just more your thing, you know. That's totally fine. I mean, Kratos is definitely like a lot slower, you know. He's old man Clay, yeah, old man Kratos. He's old man Kratos, and it shows that he's old man Kratos. You know what I mean? It shows. He's slow. He's slow, but he hits hard, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's just go. Let's just go. We'll go for it. And I don't want to faff around too long with this though. I want to at least try and do something like fight Mummymon or something, you know, or at least do something. Even like set up a tournament, maybe, I don't know. Just something, right? As opposed to just train and stuff, right? Unfortunately, you know, like I say, an hour goes and another hour goes, and you realised all you've done is, well, not much, right? That's what happens with these types of streams sometimes, but that's why there's so many. But I just usually I either just don't have the time to do longer streams, or I just don't have it in me, right? I still have to be careful with my visions and stuff. Whoa, what day is it today? Oh, I can't. Why can't I do the A? That's weird. I'm an ultimate, but I can't do the A. I don't qualify for the A. The A is literally ultimate. The B is champion. That's weird. Well, whatever. That is weird. Did I recruit Vaidmon? Yes. Yes? I think I did. I'm trying to think, but I think I did, yeah. Yeah, we've actually got no air moves at the moment. Well, none that... No, actually no air moves. Yeah. Perhaps he can learn Hurricane. He probably can learn Hurricane. Like a hurricane. What's faster? Okay, I know what's faster. Although it would be better in the day, I suppose. But it's fine. I tried learning Green Trap before, and unfortunately we didn't get anywhere. But we're gonna have to learn it eventually. We'll get it eventually. It's just, you know, if the game wants to be nice to me or not, you know. And so far, at least with Green Trap, it has not been nice. So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go down here because I think there's a Weedmon down here. I could fight the other Weedmon, but it's like free at, like, you know, fighting free in one go, and I don't really want to do that. You know, it would be better to be able to fight them individually. It increases my chances, and it's just faster to do it that way, right? I don't have to deal with taking so much damage and such, you know. You've got Bug. Excuse me, you got Bug now. Although he hasn't used the move yet, so I need to make sure he uses it. There we go. Alright, cool. He's used it. And he laughed at me. Well, too bad for you. You just got bugged. Literally. I bugged him. Wow. The game was like, I heard you want to learn Green Trap. Here you go. Wow. Wow. I'll take that. Holy shit. Let's go. I was not expecting that. Wow. One and done. I'll take it. I'll take it. One and done. Well, in that case, I'm going for the for the double, bro. I'm going for the double. Let's go to Misty Trees. Cause I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's at night, but we'll have a look. If it's not at night, it's fine. I've got plenty of money. I can walk back. But we need to find Shelmon. Shelmon has the last move that we can learn. And then we're done with Plant, which would be great. Which would be great. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And then we just got all the plant moves, which is awesome. Maybe not. I think Shelmon only appears in the day. Oh, I don't want to fight you. No, not here for you. Go away, Black Bergermon. I'm not here for you. Evil looking Bergermon. No. I could learn air cutter, I suppose, but no. No. A Draymon. Dre, like Dr. Dre. I made that joke already. I'm so original. No, go away, go away, go away, go away. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Oh, God. I think I need to come back here in the day. I'll just look over here. Any joy? No. Nah. No, okay. No, alright. Unfortunately, they only appear in the day. Alright. Well, at least I know. That's fine. We're good in that sense. Look at this dude trying to fight me. Goodbye. Doop. Doop. Well, we learned green traps, so I am going to... For now, I think I'm going to get rid of poison powder. I keep pressing the wrong button for some reason. We're going to put green trap on. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I think it's like perfume. It's a perfume move. It's like pink perfume or something. Something like that. But the Shellmon uses it. So I know that. They use it, so that's how I get it. There might be more Digimon that use it, but they're the only ones that I can remember that uses that move. I can't warp to Mount Panorama, can I? No. I can warp... you know what? It's not far. It's not far. It's not far. I can warp to Gear Savannah, but not Mount Panorama. Doesn't matter. It's far. It's not far. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's. I think we're more than capable of taking down Mummymon. I know he's a fairly strong ultimate, but we should be fine. We've got the loadout. We've got good, pretty good stats, decent stats. We've got the items. Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's. I might get lucky and he might turn up straight away, but I doubt it. It'd be nice to get as lucky as I did with that one done. Jesus, I still can't get over that. It's got to be one of the quickest. I mean, I've definitely learned moves straight away. I've definitely done it, but considering how many times I tried learning it last time on this, on this run of the game, if only I could do frickin' Monochromon shop straight away. If only, eh? If only. Oh god, oh god. I can take you out, but it's something I want to fight. Alright, cool. We're weaving. Weaving. Got past the weird spore area. Oh man, we're coming up to December soon. Next week. Christmas. and also Game Awards. And also Crisis Core. That's what I'm most excited for, if I'm honest. It's Crisis Core. Because I will be live streaming that game fully. I've decided. I'm gonna do that with everything Final Fantasy VII from now on. I did that with Remake. I did that with Intergrade. I'm gonna do that with Crisis Core, and I'll do that with Rebirth. To be honest, I've been wanting to show Crisis Core anyway because I've talked about it in other streams, like in the past, of how I actually do think Crisis Core is a good game. It's got a lot of problems, but what game doesn't have a lot of problems, right? But I do generally think it's a good game overall. So it's great that it's not stuck to the PSP, right? It's so great to see a game come out of, just like one console, and a specific handheld to be precise, and now it's on everything, being rebuilt, sort of remake-ish, remastered, right? New models, improved combat system, which is great. It's basically a tie-in to a remake, Rebirth, and I mean that like literally. Like their intention is to make it, the remake's version of Crisis Core, specifically in terms of Zack. So we're gonna get some sort of crazy shit ending that's not gonna be what we expect from the original game. But I'm gonna save my prediction because I already have a prediction as to what's going to happen. But I'm not gonna tell you guys until we live stream the game. When we live stream the game, I've already decided what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna have a prediction before we start. So keep that in the pockets. But looking forward to it regardless. I haven't played it in a very long time. So even if the dialogue and story is a bit weird. Yeah. But hey ho. And I heard they're not changing the dialogue at all, so you're gonna see all of its cheesy jankiness. You're gonna see all of it if you've never seen Crisis Core before. I'm interested to see how well it runs on Switch though, because it's on Switch as well. So I'm really curious. In case anyone's wondering what I'm doing, Mummymon shows up in this area up here, the Mount Panorama Plains. But he acts like Metal Mummymon and he acts like Pixie-Mon. You basically have to kind of just go back and forth or get really lucky and he'll just be there. If Mud Frigimon are there, that means he's not there. If Mud Frigimon are gone, that means he's there. These are the weirdest encounters and they're my least favorite. I don't like how you have to do this in order to make them appear, but... And I had no idea you had to do this when you were a kid, because half the time, Piximon would just show up randomly. And I think one time, Mummymon showed up for me, and I was like, oh. Like, I had no idea, like, how they showed up. They just did. They just did. Yeah. I see Mud Friggy, I go back, so... Unfortunately, not the most interesting thing once again, but hey-ho. It has to be done. Nope, not yet. I've got to be careful not to actually make the mistake of leaving if I see him. Because I've done that before. Like an idiot. Because I was just pressing up and down, I wasn't even thinking. And then I was like, oh. Oops. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to Christmas year for this year anyway. For various reasons, but... There are things happening in December that I'm interested in. So, I'll say that. Nope. Now I'm hoping I'm back to doing working on a video again, because things have been very chaotic in my life at the moment, that it's sort of been very hard, and my family's been very busy, and I've been required to do other things, so I'm having less and less and less and less and less time for me to do things, and it's hard to work around that. I do need to do a video on Sonic Frontiers now at some point as well, so I'm gonna have to go back and replay that. I pretty much 100% of the game as well. I did everything. I did all the maps. The only thing I didn't do was I don't think I fought all the enemies, because some of the enemies suck, and what was it? I haven't done, like, there's some sort of combo I haven't done enough. I'm talking about PS5, like specifically the trophy list that they want you to do. But in terms of like actual completion within the game, as far as the game is concerned, I've done everything 100%. Because it tells you when you complete a map, it tells you how much of a percent you've done, and it's telling me I've done 100%. What else? Oh, I haven't maxed out my ring count, because in the game you have upgrades, right? And it goes up till level 99. The problem is that you have to collect these cocoa that are scattered around, or you have to fish for a while and buy them at Big's fishing shop. And it's just very boring. It's very grindy and it's very boring. And Sega, Sonic Team or whatever, thought it was a good idea, right, to make you level up one by one. So let's say you've got a bunch of cocoa, right? Because that's what you need to level up your speed in this game. And let's say the cocoa is enough to pit you all the way up to 99. You have to basically just mash and talk to the elder Coco dude. You have to keep mashing and mashing the button to keep talking to him, because he's individually leveling you up. That's all you're doing. Just sitting there and you're going. That's all you're doing. It takes forever. I couldn't be asked. I got up to like level 50 and I stopped. I'm like, fuck this. I just can't be bothered. I don't even need max ring count. I was only trying to do it for the trophy, but I just can't be bothered. It's so boring. Why did they do that? If I have a bunch of cocoa, right, they should just put me up to that level. It's weird because you can upgrade your attack and defense in this game as well, right? And if you have enough points for your attack and defense, they don't do it individually. If you're like at level 1 and you've got a bunch of points, right? They'll put you all the way up to level 20. So I don't know why they decided to make you level up your speed and your ring count one individual level each time. Like, I just don't get it. It's so weird. You know? It's like, why do one thing and then not do the same? It's kind of weird. Do I finger get cramp? Not cramp, it just aches, right? Because you're mashing. Yeah, finger does get tired. Does get, it does ache. Yeah. Also, the jump in Frontiers sucks. Just randomly putting it out there. I think the jump in that game is terrible. It's bad. It's especially bad when trying to do precise platforming, which the game does want from you sometimes, and it sucks. The jumping is bad in that game. It just is. Unfortunately. Nope. Okay, we're pretty damn unlucky, because we're also kind of wasting a bit of time here as well. But since I've started, I'm gonna commit to it because we're gonna have to beat him eventually, right? Come on, turn up. Riveting. Nope. Just the mud for Digimon. Stomping and making loud noises. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Apart from that, Sonic Frontiers was a decent game. Just, there's a lot of collectibles. Yeah. And the game feels very samey, but, I'm curious if they will give us another game where we can play as multiple characters again or not. And honestly, considering how Sonic Frontiers are setting things up, it really feels like that's not going to be the case, at least not yet. Because, the whole, like, hey, we're going to go and do our own things. It really feels like Sonic is maybe being pushed away. He's letting his friends go off to do their own thing, and Sonic just kind of, does his thing, right? And then being less involved. Again, I am curious as to where they go from here. I will say that. I hope they don't drop this, because like I say, this has potential. This definitely has potential. And I guess for all intents and purposes, this might as well be our first quote-unquote open world game for Sonic. Sort of open world, right? Probably the closest we'll ever get to, right? And I think that was the biggest appeal of the game, to be honest. Because I don't think the pop-ins were the biggest. I don't think the rails and some of the other graphics popping in as you run towards them was the appeal. I don't think so. A lot of people, if anything, complained about that in the trailer, and that's still a thing, unfortunately. No, that the PS5 isn't immune to pop-ins and pop-outs. If anything, the funny thing is, I've been having some glitches in God of War. Some fun glitches though. I think the first glitch I got, for some reason, I couldn't. Okay, I was gonna say for some reason I couldn't put the Blades of Chaos away, but I didn't even think I had them like out, right? But Kratos had them out while I was talking to someone, and I was thinking, wait, why did Kratos pull his blades out? Because I didn't remember doing that. Also, I'm pretty sure I was in an area where you can't pull your blades out. There's like a base of operations in that game. There's a base of operations in that game, and I'm fairly certain you can't pull your weapons out. I could be wrong. You can like, not in the house, but outside the house. Outside the house, you can pull your weapon out, but inside the house, I'm pretty sure you can't. But anyway, so I had the blades out, and I was talking to one of the characters. Oh, sorry, I literally put the controller down for a second. What am I doing? Jesus, come on. Yeah, so I was talking to someone, and then it went into a cutscene. And Kratos still had Kratos was walking along. He still had the blades on, and I thought, oh, he's probably just gonna put the blades away. He didn't. Instead, like Kratos was like looking at a book or something. So he put his hands down, right? But the blades just sort of disappeared from his hands. He didn't put them away, and they just glitched into his back. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It did eventually clear, but it was the weirdest thing. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was the first glitch I got. Just the blades were just clipping into his back. Like the blades were stabbing him. It was weird. It was very weird. I don't know. Then I've had some like awkward like enemies getting stuck. Like I've had an enemy that got stuck in a corner, and they just kept like gyrating back and forth because they got stuck. They're just like, like that, just gyrating back and forth. And there was another enemy, I think, that somehow clipped into a building above the ground, and I tried hitting him, right, and I couldn't hit him, and I was freaking out because I was like, I have to kill this guy to progress, but he's glitched into the wall, and I like he's not responding to any of my attacks. I was like, fuck. But eventually I managed to sort of knock him out eventually. Um, yeah, yeah. I haven't had many glitches, but I've had a couple. They've been very funny glitches, but you know, nothing that's like broken the game yet. But you know. Mm. Every game's got its glitches. Also, random fun fact: I've played two Sega games today. Not today. Two Sega games this year. Technically Sega games. That both stories they get duped. I won't say what the context is, but that's all I'll say. I played two new Sega games. You can probably guess which one of them is. I played two new Sega games this year. Both stories are completely different, of course, but in both games, the characters gets played. They both get duped. Which is interesting. just a random, just random little tidbit. I was like, huh, that's funny. And there weren't that much distance between releases either. So, when are you gonna show up, bro? I'm running out of things to talk about. No one wants to hear my rambling, except maybe Footloose. Maybe. And Video Game Stupid's too busy hating on Bayonetta 3. But I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. So, I'm not getting into that. I just know that I think he's got like a searing hate for that game. He really doesn't like it. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, fair enough. It did not agree with him. I think I hyped it up a little bit too much for him, I guess. And then when he played it, he was just like, oh. So, yeah. He's just been shitting. He's been shitting on that game. But, now, it is what it is. It's, you know, you're not going to like everything, you know. Ooh. There's going to be people that hate Sonic Frontiers. You know, and there's going to be people that love Sonic Frontiers. Believe it or not, there's going to be people that won't like God of War Ragnarok. And no, I don't mean you, Footloose. I mean other people. But, you know. It's okay not to like certain things. It's okay. It's okay not to like things. It's also okay not to like things that are popular, right? Like, I never like things because they're popular. I like them because I generally like them. It's as simple as that. Bro! This dude. Wasting my time. Got better things to do. Come on. No! Ha ha ha. Digimon says to himself. Ha ha ha. I didn't even mean to fight you. I just... God damn it. Not today. Not today, thank you. Yeah. Oh boy. Nope. Man, man. Okay. Yeah, we're getting really unlucky here. I'm even starting to contemplate whether I've even fought him. No, I definitely haven't. Not this run. I mean, at this rate, he's just not going to turn up all day long. which sucks. And I don't really want to reset or anything. I'm not gonna like, oh, you know, I just wasted a day because he never showed up. No, but it's like, come on, really unlucky here, like really unlucky. Also, I gotta remember, I've entered a tournament, so I technically can't keep doing this. If he doesn't show up soon, I'm gonna go and do that tournament. I'm gonna say fuck him, and I'll come back and try again another time. Wasting my bony ass time. My butt falls asleep on this damn chair. Maybe one day I'll actually get a good chair to sit on. A more comfier chair. But I have to work with what I've got because I'm poor. I ain't planning on buying any Black Friday deals, that's for sure. Although my phone keeps telling me about them. Because they like to do that, you know. Look at these Black Friday deals. Question is though, will there be any PS5s? Because you know, if there are any PS5s and they're on a Black Friday deal, they'll be gone. They'll be gone. People are still struggling to find PS5s. So, I got lucky. I actually got lucky. It was actually harder to get a base PS5, a disc version PS5 specifically, on its own. Because for a while, I could find PS5s, but you had to get it with Horizon Zero West. And I haven't even played the first Horizon game, and I'm sure the game is fun, but I didn't want to pay extra for a game I wasn't sure I was going to like. And the game was like 60 quid, and I'm like, no. I just want the console right now, and then I'll decide what games I want to get afterwards. But that's all I could see. I couldn't find a disc console version on its own. Sometimes I'd see like a random digital version, but I'm not a digital person. You know, I'm disc, so. Because the thing is, even if you are discs, you can technically still download games digitally. But if you're digital, then you're just digital. You can't play games on a disc at all, right? Like, at all. You don't have that physicalness. I know a lot of people don't care about the physical side of things, but I do, personally. You know, I'm not like much of a collector, but when it comes to video games, I'm definitely a physical person. I just like to have these cases with the R on it, and I used to like the instruction manuals, but they don't do them anymore. And just having something physical in your hand to put into the console, even though it's probably just downloading most of the game and then you're playing it like that, but you know, that's just me. That's just me. I'll always be a physical consumer, you know, as opposed to a digital consumer. Really, I only usually get something digital if I can't get it physically, or the physical option is just way too expensive. What is going on? This motherfucker be wasting my time like I'm in monochrome on shop. He's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna turn up. I'm not gonna give you the time of day, bro. He's like, huh, huh. He thought I was actually gonna turn up for our little engagement. Huh, huh. I got stood up, bro. Can't believe it. He stood me up. He said, "Let's fight," right? At the clock of dawn. I waited there for like 3 hours and he never showed. The little bitch never showed. That's right, Mummy Mon. You're a bitch. You're a little bitch because you didn't show up. I need to taunt him a bit more. I need to goat him in. You're a little bitch. You can't handle this. You can't handle any of this. I'm too good. The coward. He doesn't show up. Because you know I'm going to wipe the freaking floor of him. He thinks he's a fucking Pac-Man wannabe. Get out of here. He ain't got nothing on me. He ain't the real Pac-Man. It's just an imposter. The best small Digimon is Piximon, not him. Like, not even close. He's like my least favorite. No, I don't. I don't. That even the trash talking isn't even. even the even the trash talking. No. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's been pretty rough. This has been pretty rough. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh well. How much time do I have left? Okay, I think after this hour, I think the game will say, hey, you entered a tournament, right? And I'm gone. I'm gone after that. He doesn't want to show up. I'm going to stop wasting my time. I say it's nearly 2 hours, so I don't want to be doing this for like the last 5 minutes, not really. And before he turns up at the last second. Nope. 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 Okay. Looks like we've got one more hour. At least I think. Is the tournament today or is it the next day? Shit, I don't know. Might be the next day. Oh no. It might be the next day. I don't want to keep doing this, to be honest. Oh, just turn up already. This is ridiculous. Mon. Ridiculous, mon. Ridiculous, mon. That's me right now. Can't think of anything interesting to talk about. I've already talked about Sonic. I've already talked about God of War. Nothing else really interesting is going on with me, really. I haven't heard of any drama, like gaming drama or anything to talk about there. I mean, not like I really follow that sort of stuff. It's just sometimes I hear things, but no, not that I can think of. I don't think so, anyway. No, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had it this bad. I don't know. When I think about it, I'm like, have I really had it this bad? He definitely should have turned up by now. This is odd. This is very odd. And before someone tells me, well, actually, you can only do it in the afternoon, and I'm like, but I'm pretty sure you can do it any time. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly sure. I mean, I will say that my encounters are usually in the day, but it is currently in the day. I don't know if I've ever encountered them at night, but, you know. I think the tournament's the next day, which means we won't even be doing it. No, it shouldn't do, because it doesn't matter for Pixie Mon. It doesn't matter for Metal Mummy Mon either, so he shouldn't be any different. This bitch ass motherfucker should not be any different. He's playing games. I'm the only one who can play games. I'm playing one right now. Oh boy, this is going to be fun to edit eventually. Wow. Just edit all the boring shit. This won't be a very fun session to upload. Ugh. I'm literally going to fall asleep on stream and I can't do that. It's against Twitch's TOS. But I'm about to. I'm getting there. Well, I'm going to wrap up anyway in a minute, so... Because it's literally... Wow. It's practically 2 hours on 2 hours on the spot. I must have actually streamed on time today. I can't believe it. What the hell? Actually streamed on time for once. There's still some things I would like to set up for the stream, but I didn't have time for that, so I didn't bother. But yeah, this is bad. Holy shit, this is bad. Oh well. Yeah, I'm giving up. Maybe next time we'll have better luck. Maybe. I hope so. I tell you what I'll do. Let's end it with Digimon. Yeah, let's go. Let's open Mount Infinity. Let's end it on a high. Let's wake myself up with a battle against Digimon, and then we'll end it there. The entrance, it opened. I mean, I don't know how or why the power of friendship opened up. I'm not really sure. Alright, so once you do that, this is when you get attacked by Digimon. So you have to be ready. It's like Greymon. Greymon would just turn up, or here Digimon will turn up. Which is just like a static movement there. Just that's so funny. The old PS1 jank. Anyway, this guy is being brainwashed apparently. He's just like, I want to beat you. Oh wait, Footloose. I think Digimon has Confused Storm. I think he does. Maybe. We might be able to learn it from him. Yes, he does! Skittles! I doubt we will learn it from him, but we might do. You never know. That'd actually be kind of... That'd be a really good, nice way to end it if we actually learn that move from him. But I forgot about this. Yes, he does have the move. Bloody Confused Storm. Oh, the Skittles. The Skittles are too strong. I don't even like Skittles. I actually don't mind Roundtree's Fruit Pastels, but I'm not a Skittles guy. Definitely not. I'm more of a Smarties guy. Chocolate. Give me chocolate. They give me Skittles. My sister likes Skittles though. There's Hurricane as well. So if I can learn Hurricane, then we have a chance of that. Anyway, you're done. You're done. Boom. I actually thought I'd do more damage, but it didn't. I bet we don't even learn anything. We didn't. Nah, I didn't learn it. Nah. Oh well. It's fine. I didn't think we would. Anyway, he kind of had to like beat the brainwashing out of him, I suppose, and now he's in pretty bad shape because we kind of did that. So they're like, hey, the boss is bad. He's controlling Digimon and shit. He's manipulating them. So now above the waterfall, like where Jimojimon's little place is, you can go up there now, and that's open, and that's the final dungeon. Luckily, I don't need to like complete the dungeon in order to fight the not Angemon there. So we could technically do that next time, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna save us all some more boredom and misery, and call it there because it has been 2 hours. Oh, and of course he wants to sleep now, after I just saved. So, alright, I guess I'll save again. I hope you guys have a good weekend. We should be back on next Tuesday with more. I mean, we made more progress towards like the medal side of things, like, and we got a Piximon. We just didn't really make any like story wise progress, but we're near the end of the game anyway. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching as always, and take care.